Also puts pressure on your defense because the ability to get to the free throw line.
Shot clock at 5. Big possession here for the Suns. Booker with 2. Hits over.
Holmes against Ayton. They force him to kick it out. Good rotations on defense. Booker, great contest, but a better shot by Devin Booker with his first field goal. Phoenix with a chance here to make it a 1-point game or tie it on a 3. Holmes has 3 fouls. Played it safe, but Booker made him tonight.
We might see him go 11 deep.
It'll be important for guys to be ready and get their work in. Booker in his bag. Deep in.
Got the ball out in a hurry. Donovan, and just a beautiful sequence. Got the 3. Inside. Royce O'Neal leans in on Booker. Jazz need the ball back. Shot clock at 7. Booker on a drive. Now the 3 is away. Good.
He's got 4 here in the period. Booker sizing up Green. Lane, and he puts it up and in. Pressuring now. Good switch by Barton. Oh, Barton had it. Booker shoots it and hits the 3.
Barton now this year, which I don't think they still want to foul him. So Ayton is the guy.
Booker on the drive, gathers, goes glass. Yes.
Since they adjusted in the ball game on his first touch, he sends it, can't score it. He'll get it back. Booker to the elbow, fade away, fills it.
He can
100.
You got to be ready to help here, because you've got some bonus on an island.
And Booker 2 more.
He's going to have to step up and not just provide defense, but some offense, which you saw right there with finishing that hook by the rim.
Booker against Neto. Rises up over him, and Booker's got all 4. So
Jay Crowder. Kyle Anderson forcing Crowder to give it up. And then Booker hits
for the 4-point shot. Ooh, that'd be cool. So many of the guards now are shooting it just as they get over the line. Booker to the basket. Steal by Nwaba. Gordon all over Booker. Oh, that was 6 on the shot clock. 18 in the game. Booker to the basket for 2.
These 2 teams, Suns winning the first. They'll be back at it again tomorrow night. Look, with that dribble hesitation, able to hang inside. Suns prevailing in that one, 106-103. Book gets right of the lane, raising up.
Richardson going to creep out on Booker. A switch here for Porzingis. Booker gauging the big guy, drive, step back, good.
It's supposed to be that next guy.
It was a fastball, so it was well behind him and a little outside. Booker, his length kept that in play. Otherwise, it's a turnover. 10 on the shot clock, and he's going to the line looking for the.
In fact, when you look, they are 27th in the league right now in terms of wide open 3-point looks. That's when a defender is more than 6 feet away from you.
Yeah, look, it's a difficult
ball, and traffic bounced around by Jackson. Regathers. Book going to work on the rookie, gets inside, pretty left hand finish, and Book. Correction, 12 for Pritchard. An impactful 22 minutes. Booker, tough elbow pull. 21 minutes tonight. 6 points. Book just backing down, using that strength.
Yeah,
that shows the tough. Bridges comes out of the pack. Over to Book. Long rebound. Book gets it back. Much needed bucking this quarter in particular, and you see exactly why the Suns went out and got Chris Paul and Jay Crowder. Book rising up. Got it.
That's right. Go figure.
One of those nights. Suns by 6. Step back 3 on the way. Book goes. Backing down that time with an easy turnaround. Yeah, we really haven't seen each one catch fire from 3 the way he is capable of. His Book. Mauer.
Ken Mauer's 65. I mean,
okay.
Hey.
Shot clock at 3. Hey. Book.
DeAndre's got to know if he just goes up, he's going to get fouled on that play. I mean, you catch the ball right there. You got to, because right now it forces that.
112. They led the entire second half to snap that 3-game slide after losing to Golden State Thursday night. Book head down right to the rim.
Coming in. But, I mean, defensively, you can't develop any continuity if you're not on the court together. I mean, it's just like offense. So the more and more they're on the court, the better they're going to be. Are they going to be a top 10 defensive team? No. And we shouldn't expect that.
Miami impressed. Probably his best game was the opener of last season in Miami against the Grizzlies. Booker rises over Winslow and drills a 3.
Because he gets confidence when he starts to knock down the 2s. And then he stops across half court.
Book sizing up the defender, gets right to the rack and hammers it down.
That's on Covington. Now he's had a plethora of defenders already.
It's tied up, gets the ball back. So he is really seeing the floor well as Booker on the drive inside. Speaking of raising eyebrows, when he opted out of that contract in Boston, a lot of folks wondered where he might land, and when he gets the big payday, his Book glides in.
The kid is just too quick.
7-0 Charlotte run after the Suns had tied it up 110 apiece on the Booker jam. Book inside, gets the
Suns point guard list right now. It's Magic, Isaiah, Stockton, and he says you can fill in behind them. It doesn't matter to him.
Well, he's got a point. Booker
able to teams in the league, with Phoenix coming in with a defensive rating of 4 tonight. So both hang their hat on D, and if it's a game around the 100 mark, it'll be a success for both. As Booker continues to be out, as Caruso hits a 3-pointer for LA. Booker, little pull-up is good. Schroeder for 3. Saric with the rebound. Chris Paul has not scored, but he's got 6 assists. Booker, all
Suns know that he's capable of heating up at 25 in a Warriors win last season. Book going to work, takes it right inside.
They can do something in this different shortened NBA season.
Booker with 8 to shoot. Trying to go into the body of.
You heard the guys talking about in the pregame show, did not play in the second game. He was rendered pretty much neutralized in that first matchup. Is good matchup here. Booker going right back at him, and
these two don't like each other.
Let the chatting begin.
Yeah. He didn't hesitate to really voice his opinion to the official.
Book working off the 2-man game with Dario with a jab step, sends Cat backwards, knock it down the
defend all positions.
This will mark just the second game this season that the Lakers have played without James and Davis, as Devin Booker opens up the scoring.
Kuzma to be ultra aggressive. I mean, now that LeBron's not in the lineup, they had to make an adjustment against Atlanta, but it was a little bit too late. Expect them to be very aggressive, and I like the fact that Devin is getting good defensively, 35%. As long as they keep the Lakers off the free throw line, they should control this game.
And the Suns with the number 3 3-point shooting defense is Book elevating. Booker takes the Ayton handoff. Working on Kuzma on the drive, a little right hand running hook over Kuzma.
That running hook is a perfect. Suns have to be careful of that. That's when he's dangerous, moving toward the rim.
Kuzma now in double figures with 11. And we said averaging nearly 16 as a starter. Booker operating baseline.
That's supposed to be
rebounds. Here's Cameron Payne, who's checked into the game now for Phoenix as we hit the 5-minute mark here in the third quarter. Suns have led from the jump, and courtesy of that guy, Booker on the
efficient this season because Chris Paul
really taking some of the pressure of being a playmaker and a distributor away from him. He can just focus on being more of the natural scorer he is.
Look at Bam take on the challenge of defending one of the game's best perimeter scorers, Devin Booker. Made him work for it, but Booker
for it. Jimmy's crafty too on his delivery. Couldn't go over the top, so goes to that off-balance left-hand shot.
Here comes Booker fading to his left, but right on the money.
To the playoffs, but I like the veterans that they've injected into this group with Chris Paul and, of course, Jay Crowder, because I think they've got some young talent, but they needed to be surrounded by some seasoned guys. Booker
under a minute left, second quarter here in Miami. Suns looking for their 29th win of the season. Booker against Robinson. That's mid-range match. Suns 8 and 10 points and 10 rebounds. His 22nd double-double. 13th in the league in that category. Booker. Oh, he ducks inside of Bam and nobody was there to help.
That Booker shot earlier. Going to be reviewed, I'm sure. Booker backing in against Fournier. Tough fall away jumper is good by Devin Booker.
Can't guard him any better than what Devin.
Lowry, that was halfway down and it pops out. Raptors down 9. Booker, the 3, and he sticks it.
USA Basketball has done a tremendous job at getting his staff together. And you're right. You have to have a staff, an athletic staff that your team, the players trust.
After that timeout.
Third turnover this quarter. They had 7 to the Hornets in the second quarter.
Devin Booker scores on top. Trying to post up Booker. Size advantage on Devontae. Shot clock's down to 4. Devin Booker.
5 points and almost 12 rebounds.
We expected high usage from him with shot clock winding down to 2. Book. Step back jumper over the rookie.
An 8-0 run. It's the Chris Paul, Devin Booker show. Mostly Booker.
Yep. And that's the problem.
Mitchell stepping out defensively on Booker. Book raising up. Got it.
It's a Dirk Nowitzki play right there, right?
Devin Booker.
Beverly, who brings the great defense. A lot of energy. Shot clock at 5. Great feint by Booker. And it is paying off for the Clippers. So we're having some technical problems with Reggie right now. We'll try to fix that. Devin Booker. Phoenix has it.
Suns shooting 65%, Kevin. 65%.
Shot 50 in the first quarter. Bumped by Booker.
In the too far distant future, EJ, when you start seeing him with that ball fake, step in, and a one-step finish. Book, step back, long. I mean, his career numbers against Phoenix last 2.5 seasons, pretty remarkable. Step back 3 on the way. Book working baseline, cut off there by Christian Wood. Pulls him back outside. Leans back, fires the 3. Down it goes. Got it in the open floor. Down he goes, drops it off to DA. Redirected back into the hands of Booker. Miami thought that Book ran from out of bounds and was the first one to touch it. Book gets it. Contact. Thing is garbage time, and when you look at the bench minutes the last 2 or 3 games, and for them getting into rhythm, how it paid huge dividends tonight. This Book moves past Butler.
Talked about Fox is a problem. He has been playing tremendous basketball. He can not only score on you, he'll get you in foul trouble as well.
Book sets up Barnes, and the too shy of the team record for a season held by David Robinson and then terrific playmaker Johnny Moore. Book the step back 18-footer.
Going to stay that high, but the Suns just have to rebound those misses.
Booker tied up there. Nice help defense from Eubanks. On the drive inside, hangs and hits.
.30 seconds. Booker.
Trying to look at Aiden down low against P.J. Tucker.
Tucker was on Booker.
Booker in the corner to Paul, and he was forced to shoot something forced, literally.
Bible chasing Booker. Can he get it off? There it is.
Wow.
And
wait till he starts making players around him that much better day in and day out.
Booker knows he's got to get it up quick, and he does. Just beats
Johnson, the North Carolina product, having a catch with Booker. 8 to shoot. Defense holds up. Mismatch with Jordan. Booker peeks at the clock. Makes his move. Pull-up jump is there. Kevin Durant has 18 points in 16 minutes. Booker. Stop and go. Over Griffin for 2.
Oh, and he's 3 for 3.
2 consecutive hoops by Peyton off the bounce.
Clyde, that was a perfect chance for you to say Peyton over Ayton. As Booker easily gets to the rim, and Devin Booker right now carving up the Knicks. He's got 26 points.
Oohs and ahs from the...
I mean, so really no one out there can deal with him at the rim.
after shooting 67% early, EJ, the Suns at 35% in a big...
Okay, Ray, 48 minutes. I mean, again, I just said it, and I'll say it again. Suns can't afford to just relax. They built a nice cushion here, and you don't want the Jazz to think they can just crawl back in quickly. They're going to make it.
Playoffs for the 5th time in his 7 years. Book works across the baseline, gets a switch, pulling Gobert out. On the step back from the corner, raising up, cash it in!
The left hand, good smooth move there by Pokusevski as Ayton will give it up to Devin Booker. Hand in the face, and he shoots over the top of Lou Dort. Down the basketball on the complete opposite side of the floor. And the official said, nope, you got to do it on the near side. Devin Booker was not happy about it, as he's able to elude a couple of defenders. And back in 2017, with all that playing time for Maladone, he finally tracked him down.
Well, and I'm loving it too, because at the start of the season, were we even talking about that? I mean, what
team? Devin Booker, 13th in the NBA in scoring. Isaac Okoro draws the assignment. Booker takes a step back long two. And Devin ran into traffic. Wade got a piece of that shot. The loose ball, however, comes back to Booker. Booker works on Wade. 15-footer. Got it.
Boy, he's very smooth.
Oh. The Cavaliers have trailed by as many as 12 here tonight. Booker to the basket, lays it in. Booker top of the key. Okoro's leaving it all out there tonight. He guards Booker. Booker backs up. 5 on the shot clock. Booker to get a running start. Toward the basket. Tough shot. Got the roll. Wow.
Did with that play. Once he got in transition, he looked he looked Ayton off to make him think he was passing first. So he has to jump late to get that floater in.
Booker driving on Gallo. Cameron Payne. Now to Devin Booker on the wing. Snell defending. Drives him to Capella, but he banks it in anyway. Hash marks up to the bottom of the dotted line. That's the lower defensive box. Outside there, you got to gather and be in the act of shooting to go to the line. Booker with a tough 2.
Meetings against the Knicks. Suns have won 5 straight overall in a series. Last time here, he dropped 38.
Top and score. Devin Booker didn't want the screen initially. He wanted to go at 1. Now he's got Curry on the switch. Shot clock at 3. And Booker will rise and put it in. Look at Booker just waving people off. Cameron Payne thought about a brush screen. And Booker. That's tough. I mean, Booker and Juan had words and went after each other in that first half. Devin Booker pull up again.
Your list.
What?
1,220 for Patty Mills. Congratulations.
Chuck Person could shoot it. Boy, he could shoot it. But Chuck could also, he could just score from anywhere. And I've said.
Here's Booker, guarded by Caruso. Crossed him up. The floater rolls around and falls. Ball off the Ayton screen. Booker on Caruso. Got inside over Davis. Too late. A high arcing floater over the outstretched.
Comes with the ball right now from the Miami Heat, NBA Finals team of a year ago. Booker will dance on Caldwell Pope. Oh, beautiful floating play inside.
If you need to be able to make plays off the dribble against this Phoenix team, excellent work. That's on Caruso and Davis.
Here's Booker getting a late clock here. He puts one up.
And he's been struggling a bit from three, but I thought even in that loss in Game 5, he started to find a rhythm from downtown there in the second half, and it's carried over here early.
The gifted Booker, backpedaling three, got it.
That's right there, almost a steal opportunity for Dennis Schroeder.
Schroeder playing hard after a disappointing couple games. Fans are into it. You can hear Booker on the fly, congestion, and the deuce. Puts it through. Booker with 35.
There by Capazzo.
And he's a European veteran, so this is his game as well.
30-year-old rookie, right? So he understands big moments, big games.
Argentina out of the blocks and off the races. Booker tries.
Yes.
And look at the plus minus and what they've done. Here comes Booker. Green on him. He'll make a shifty move and find the two on the fly. I provided the closed captioning for the playoffs on TNT is presented by Google. Booker at 21, game one, launches a three here.
All go through the rim. Let's see if that can get Porter Jr. going offensively here because they need that secondary scorer for this Nuggets team.
Foul Rivers.
Now because they had Devin Booker and they've built a team around him.
Booker, the only player in Suns history to average 25 or more points in 3 separate seasons. Oh, what a breakdown. Booker, that was poetry. Who's Aiden diving for it? Gordon was late. And a big second chance here for Phoenix. Booker in the corner, hits the three.
Why? When they're at full strength with Jamal Murray, they are one of the best teams in this league.
Booker, able to bank it in.
Range shot has been going right through the twine as it has for Booker. That mid-range shot has been huge for Phoenix.
Between Chris Paul and Devin Booker, two players masterful at the mid-range game as Booker knocks the
like the third quarters in games 1 through 3 have been.
Well, it started out promising with Will Barton having his way.
Booker a floater on the fly, puts it up and through.
I still can't believe, Jeff, what he did the other night, Terrence Mann.
It was fascinating to watch because he did it from close to the rim as Booker.
They're going to continue to run. Terrence Mann pestering Devin Booker. Booker falling away. One hand, it throws it up. And for the LA Clippers, they trail by as many as 7 here in the fourth. I'm giving the ball to Devin Booker and getting out of his way. Booker pulls up, jumper. It's good! Devin Booker. I'm looking to be aggressive. Booker drives back up top. And Zubac's on it. Fakes now, drives past him inside. Layup is good. Hasn't been efficient.
And it's going to be hard for them to get over the hump and win a series where he's not efficient.
Booker left-handed flips it up and in. Ball. Sharon Lou, Bill Belichick, because of all his adjustments. They made some adjustments at halftime, and boy, did it pay off in the third. We start the fourth. Booker drives. Beautiful finish from Devin Booker. A running hook. Won't go. Payne the rebound. Quick outlet to Booker. Suns look to push. Booker drives on Terrence Mann. Pull up. Bank shot. It's good. Bring up to Devin Booker. Booker drives inside. Morris takes a swat on it. Booker knocks it down.
But in the previous game, it was Zubac. They lived with the big defending the smaller guy.
Booker pulls up, jumper. It's good! Booker drives past and throws it down. Devin Booker. Without a set of hoop ball. Middleton shot misses. Booker drives inside, blocked. Booker likes this matchup. Drives, falling away, off the glass. It goes back. Now 20 points from Middleton.
But here they go, same space.
Booker against Portis. Tries a couple of ways, now pulls back. Booker on the drive, step back, foul line, jumper, it's good.
I'd continue to run it until they...
Approaching 4 minutes remaining here in game one. Booker, shake and bake, jumper, it's good! Devin Booker! 6 on the 24. Booker fires a three, got it!
More space to work with.
Booker drives on the defensive player of the year. High, arcing shot is good. Right now, a 10-point advantage in the opening minute of the third. Booker. Boy, Holiday's transition defense is so good. Booker! Books
shoots so much more effectively.
Booker surrounded by Lopez. Booker for three. Got it! Devin Booker with a 7-footer right on him. Also has checked in. Booker against Connaughton. Booker on the drive, gets inside, pulls up, shot is good. And Connaughton, he's been such a spark off the bench.
And they're trying to get Connaughton to switch pick and rolls against Booker.
And Booker nails another one. Booker, the lead cut to 11.
And because Holiday has 2 fouls, Connaughton is on Booker instead of Holiday.
Booker finds his spot high, arcing shot. Oh, a beauty.
Booker wants Connaughton to be the guy switched on him.
Booker gets inside, left-handed layup.
Court shot.
Booker searching. Middleton right with him. Great defense there from Middleton. Booker takes no for an answer and drops it in. For the finals game, you look at the shooting percentages. 59% for Milwaukee, 53% for Phoenix. Booker tries again, finds some room, got it.
As the 5 was starting the quarter, he looked over at Monty Williams and says, I'm out the game, and shot. Turned the first possession, pleading his way back onto the court.
And Booker immediately contributes.
And you see how...
Crowder up top to Booker. Booker drives on Giannis, gets inside, scoop layup is good. Fakes, back up top to Booker. Shot clock at 5, Booker behind his back, leans in, falling away. It's good, Devin Booker.